Hi there, it's Tracy. Welcome to Flirting After 40. I know everyone is eager for a CM update, and unfortunately, I don't have the best update. This is kind of a hard one for me because, like, I've been sharing with you guys now for a couple months, like 2 months, that I really got my hopes up. And, like, I felt like he was interested. And I can't figure this out. So my update. So last Wednesday I had a date with him and it went amazing. It was amazing. I met him at his hotel where he was staying and we met for drinks. And he came down. I was already at the bar. He came down and like was a had a cute button up, like looked really nice, was like happy to see me. It was so easy and fun and like it felt like no time had really passed. And it felt like the comfort that I had with him 17 years ago, I still had. Um and like we didn't have to necessarily have all the just kind of superficial conversations. Like we could kind of just jump in and catch up and talk about things. And it was, I don't know, it was so fun. It was so nice. Had drinks and good banter about like the vodka we were drinking and did a vodka tasting with the bartender and um flirty, fun, good banter, all the things you want. He's cute. He's very handsome. Um it was easy. We then went and grabbed a bite to eat. I wasn't feeling like super hot, so I didn't eat a ton. But had dinner, had a glass of wine, sat and talked, and I don't know, like people watched, and it was really, really fun. And then he had heard about a speakeasy by where we were, so we, found this back door behind a parking garage and went and had some bourbon to close out the night. And it was flirty, it was fun, it was yeah, it was really great. Um, polite. He asked me if he can kiss me. Like it was easy. It was really good. Um, go back up to his room. I end up staying. He asked me to stay, so I stay. Obviously, broke my streak of no sex, so that was good and nice. And spent the night and left in the morning and obviously very tired. I was exhausted. I think he was too. But he had said like I want to see you Thursday. I had a book signing to go to, so I was like, well, I can come by after. I come by after and I'm like all dressed up. Like I know you guys like don't know what I normally wear, but for me to like have a dress on and boots, it's like I don't wear dresses all the time, but I like was cued up because of the book signing and because like I knew I was going to see him again. Um and so I get there to meet and he's like let me know when you're here, so I text and he comes down and gives me a side hug and I don't know, it was fine, but there was no acknowledgement that I looked nice. And I'm not a super vain person. I don't need that attention all the time, but when I put in an effort, I mean, even when I went and grabbed drinks before the book signing with a friend, like she was like, "Oh my gosh, like you look really cute. I love your dress." I don't know, it'd be nice to feel like somebody thought you were attractive. And I've told you guys like I think communication might be a challenge for him and I or for him. So anyways, I didn't harp on it. I didn't say anything. We get some noodles, have a beer, like it's super very like super casual. We were both tired. I mean, the dynamic felt different then. on Wednesday, but I just contributed it to being tired and like we were both kind of like low energy. We decided to like get a bottle of wine and watch a movie, and I stayed again. And I definitely feel like it was different. And I wish that like maybe I should have asked like what was different. I just yeah, I assumed we were tired. I assumed, and I also make the assumption that you're an adult, you're a man, like you can, if something's bothering you or you're not into me or you don't like something, you can tell me. I was excited to see him and I was excited to spend more time with him. Um, the next day he has to leave for the airport, and I don't know, we like chatted a little bit in the morning. I had a crazy dream about him while he was sleeping next to me. I don't know, like it was nice. There was no talk of like a relationship or anything, but it wasn't, I didn't think it was just like a like let's fucking leave. I felt like there was something more significant, but like I'm not like I wasn't asking for anything. I wasn't expecting anything. Um I was like, let me know when you get to the airport, and he let me know he made it. And I said, well, I'm glad you made it, but I could have used, another couple hours with you, another day with you. Like I had a good time. And I don't get a response back to that. And okay, like you're getting on a plane, you're flying, you're traveling, but I don't get a response all day. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised because you guys heard like I had this conversation with him a month ago about like no communication, and there's no follow through, and there's no if you're thinking of someone, it takes 30 seconds to send somebody a text. Now, if you're not thinking of someone, that's fine too, but that's a different reason. Um, and his excuse before was that he was busy, like no, he was really busy, but that he would do better, and he was doing better. So I'm like, okay, Trace, just let it go, like just. And I'm trying not to get in my head. So then the next morning, I text him and I'm like, hope you got caught up on sleep and you feel like you're feeling really good or you're feeling better. And his response back is something right along the lines of, yep, just woke up. I feel so much better. And that's it. There's no care for me. There's no equal compassion. There's no empathy. There's no communication. There's nothing. It's just about him. And like you could say, I just woke up. I feel so much better. Um, I hope you got some sleep too and got caught up. How are you? Like one more fucking sentence. And like I would have thought differently about the entire experience. But I don't get that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna like just maybe he's busy, Tracy. Calm down. Like, don't read more into it. Well, there's nothing to read into anything because there's nothing. And then it was Mother's Day, and for those that don't know, I have two boys, and I don't talk about them a lot on this. But like being a mom is like the hardest thing I think us moms, us women do. It's grueling. It's just a lot. And it's the thing that like I if you're ever going to feel like you're failing in something, like you're failing your kids. But I don't I just Mother's Day is a really important, I think it's important for me, and acknowledging the other mothers I know out there, and to be acknowledged for just the hustle and for how hard it is. Um, and I have, like I've said, the most amazing group of friends and people in my life. And I got tons of Mother's Day like greetings, like happy, just friends that I like that are equal moms. I got text from my son's friend wishing me a happy Mother's Day. Um like so I assumed that Sam would at least acknowledge the day and that I am a mom. Yeah, I know I didn't birth your fucking kids, but you could say happy Mother's Day. Um and then I even got Sparky sent me a text like saying happy Mother's Day and he hopes the kids are being nice to me, and dude, like he's not even somebody I talk to on the regular. He's definitely not somebody who I slept with 2 days ago. He's not somebody that I'm talking to daily. Like, and fucking Sam can't send me a goddamn message. And I felt again just unseen, unloved. I felt like whatever the fuck I thought was a great 2 days clearly wasn't, because he doesn't have 30 seconds to acknowledge my existence. And I don't have time for that. So I had made I'm gonna fucking block him. I've maybe blocked maybe two people. One I blocked, and one I blocked for like a day or two. Like, I don't block people. I don't ever shut people out of my life. But this felt like just disrespect. Like, and why would I allow someone to have space in my thoughts, in my text, in my future, that can't ask a follow-up question, that can't care enough to send me a message? And I feel like even if it was a fucking booty call, like I would have, from anybody else, I still would have got a message. Um I mean, maybe I'm delusional in how I thought the days went, but I don't think I am. And I'm not available for people who want to treat me like an afterthought. So I blocked him. And because I can't just like block someone, I because that just feels really mean, I sent a text saying like, I don't block people, but I'm going to block you, and here's why. Um I feel like your curiosity is not the same as mine about me. I feel like you're incapable of following through in um all these ways I need attention. And I don't need that much attention. I just need to feel respected. Like somebody would have to have like destroyed me to block them, or have been really creepy or like have crossed like a big boundary. But it's just I don't have space for it. And I just kept waiting for him to text me back all weekend, and I knew he wouldn't. Um so I blocked him. And I explained why, and I don't know, we'll see. I like, if he was really sorry or really wanted something, or he was in a coma, or I don't know, like he texted me that he slept fine, so he's alive. I mean, he knows he can get a hold of me. Like, if somebody really wants to get a hold of you, even if you're blocked, like you can send me an email, you can send me something to my house, you can come to my house. Like it's not like I have shut down every avenue of communication, but I mean, I put a boundary of like, I will not be treated like this, and I'm not going to sit here and stare at my phone and hope that you're going to text me. So that's Sam. And I'm sad and I'm pissed and I'm hurt and I'm just disappointed. But what it did give me was this kind of renewed perspective of like, oh my God, like I do really want someone. Like it was really nice to go out and it was really nice to sleep next to someone and wake up next to somebody. Like, do I want to do it all the time? No, I still want my space. Yes, I miss sex. So but it reminded me why I'm doing this. And even though nothing panned out with him and I'm pissed and disappointed, it gave me this sense of renewal. And with that, I was like, well, I knew this was the way it was. Like I felt it in my gut, like even Friday, like this is where it's going to go. So I was like, well, let's get back on Facebook dating. And it was cute. Like Friday night, I talked to a couple people, but I started talking with this guy. We're gonna call him Cody, um, and it was just a nice like chat. We seem to get along. He has like good texting manners, or I thought, and yeah, it was easy and nice and like okay, like one door closes, another opens. Like let's just try. So we set a date to go out and just grab a beer on Saturday. And so I am now at date number 3 out of my 25. So like when I get an idea in my head, let's go. Um we met for a beer and it was super fun. It was a really, really nice time. He and I told him this, like, looks like my brother-in-law, which is a little hard for me to just get my head around and process. But a super like seemingly really genuine, really nice guy, really funny. I was saying last week on the podcast that I think, I mean, women or I want men that know how to create joy. And I don't think he had heard the podcast or knew who I was before, but during the date said like one of his like life missions, his like passion is creating joy for others and creating joy in general. And I told him, I was like, that's really funny because I was just talking about that. Um, we have a lot of very similar beliefs in, I think, just like life and creativity and fundamentally like living a fun good life. So it was supposed to be an hour for a beer and it was like 2.5 hours. um and I mean I would say like, and I like it was one of the best first dates I've had. Like it was really nice, and it felt easy, and he was very complimentary. And I feel like I go from extremes. So I go from like the Sam who can't tell me I look nice to Cody who's like telling me like you have such a good smile, and like when you really smile your nose gets this wrinkle in it. It's cute. Like um you, you look better in person than your pictures, which he did say. He was like, well, that was kind of a bad hello, but um like it was nice to feel seen. And it reminded me, too, that like just because 2 days ago I had a bad date doesn't mean that the next one will be like that. So you just got to keep showing up. Now, I did, and I think Sparky might shame me for this, told Cody about the podcast, which I don't know if it was the right thing, but we were talking about creative outlets and things like that. And so he listened this weekend, which I kind of said, I don't know if you should listen. Like sometimes stories are better firsthand, but he went through and listened, which I think is fine. But my fear is that it makes him feel like he knows me when he doesn't. Um, I am also going to see him tomorrow night, and I'm going to ask him not to listen. I like he has free will. He can decide to do whatever he wants to do. But to me, I'm like, I use this podcast, and I think you guys probably feel this too. It's kind of like a diary. Like I tell you the things that I think. And I might not tell that level of details to somebody. Like I would tell them what I think, but I would probably be a little bit more politically correct about some of the things I say. Um so we'll see how this all pans out. I might just have to like not tell people I have a podcast till date 5. I don't know. Um but yesterday he went a little text crazy, and he's very eager, and that's sweet, but I went from nothing to like 1,000, and I'm like I am busy. I have a job, and I have another thing I'm working on, and I have this, and I have my kids, and I have a house, and I have a dog, and I work out, and I do all the things. So I'm not like able to text 50 times, 100 times in a day. Um I mean, he's very sweet. He wants to get to know me, but it feels like a lot. And it's causing me like to want to pull away and to say like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like we just met. It was a great first date. I'm interested. I'd like to see you again, but like I'm not, I don't know, I'm not needing to talk to you and all the time. And I know like I'm not asking, that's not what I was asking Sam. I was just asking for a fucking happy Mother's Day. Um so I guess it could be contradicting, but anyways, um I mean, he wished me happy Mother's Day. And I will say, even a couple other like I matched with somebody else and yesterday and they were like, "Hey, did you have a good weekend? I hope you had a nice Mother's Day." Oh, you guys. Like I wish I could just create this little fairy tale man that I need, but want. I don't need him, but I want him. Anyways, so I will keep you posted on date 3. I am a little like there's a couple red flags, and we'll see where we go with it. For those, I think everybody laughed when, I told you guys early on, like I don't like talking on the phone. And he asked me 3 times yesterday if he could call me. And I was actually busy. I was with my kids. I was driving and dinner and hanging out with my kids, so it didn't work. But 3 times, and it gave me anxiety. And it made me want to just like step way, way back. So, but I'm out there. I'm trying. At least, like I said, we'll have some more stories for y'all. But yeah, wish me luck. Date 3. Okay, so my funny. Like I said, I don't have very many funnies because I was out on 3 dates last week. Anyways, this guy I match with, he says, hey, cutie, I'm Greg. And I'm like, hi there. And he looks like a really like cute dude. And his response was, let's put it together. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, let's make a date. I didn't respond. You guys all know how I love like people that can't use real words. Like this guy had texted me or reached out, and I said, good morning. Just a few days late. He says, LOL, hi sexy, period, space, 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 space. How? The letter R. Yeah. Like these are not funny. It's just kind of annoying. Right. I have one more funny. And this is not funny. I just feel bad for this guy. And I'm okay, I'm judging, so you can just judge me for judging. He says, I never drink or get altered. I'm very allergic to cats. Oh, and I don't like eating at restaurants. That makes me sad. Doesn't that make you guys sad? Okay, like I can get the drinking or altered, but not eating at restaurants? Poor guy. Sorry for the depressing news / decent news. I don't know. What a weird week it was. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Share this with somebody that doesn't listen. Yeah, and I will keep you posted on how date 3, maybe 4, or I don't know. Let's see if we can rack them up goes. Have a great day.